All of us have seen the new video from the new Sauer 404 that has been released, the new kind-breaking rifle that's on the market. Everybody's talking about it, everybody's writing about it. We have seen the video, new video, very nice pictures, everything. But what does it really have to offer? I was quite curious, so I went to Denmark to visit Østjysk Våbenhandel, which is one of Europe's biggest hunting stores. It's directly at the highway. It's a part of the Jaguar Group, which has 13 stores placed over Denmark and Sweden, and they are the main dealer of Sauer for Scandinavia. The thing that I was most curious about to see is the new Sauer 404 just a facelift version of the old 202, which we know so well? Just like in the car industry, you take an old car, pimp the lights on it and whatever, and call it a breaking news. So I was quite curious to see what does the new Sauer 404 has to offer. There are thousands of rifles out there, and actually I'm quite sure about there are even more opinions about the rifles than rifles out there. People love to hate products, they love to comment on everything, and everybody out there knows stuff even better. And that's one of the issues the 202 actually had. Some people love it. I have a 202 on my own and I love it. It's smooth like no other rifle out there. It's very accurate and it's reliable, and that's what I like about a rifle and what a rifle has to be for me when I go hunting. But the thing most people out there comment on the Sauer is normally the safety, because the safety is placed right in front of the trigger and you slightly push the safety upwards to unsafe the rifle, and if you want to safe it again, you push the button with your thumb back down again and the rifle is safe again. It's very smooth and it's very, very silent. On the first look, the new Sauer 404 looks as elegant, as classic as the old 202 does. But the known eye will take a look at the bolt and see immediately that the safety now is placed on the back on the bolt. And that's because Sauer has changed the old safing system to a new bolt cocking system. That means that you cock the bolt directly before you want to shoot. Exactly as we know it from Blaser or from the Sauer 303. Same system, works the same way. This means that even though your rifle is loaded, it's still not cocked. Even though the ammunition is in the chamber of the rifle is not cocked. That means the rifle is actually safe. The backside of the metal is slightly hard to cock the bolt now. It takes some more power to cock it than it did before with the easy safety from the 202. So some of the older people out there might have a hard time finding it to cock the rifle, but it works silently and it's reliable. And if you have to unload the rifle, you just slightly push the new safety, the cocking system forward, slightly, just a little bit, and then you can open the bolt and unload the rifle. As something totally new, Sauer introduces the SUM. The SUM is the Sauer Universal Mount, and the mount base is milled into the housing of the new 404. This assures the lowest possible tolerance and a sensationally low build-up height. And it's very easy to detach because you have two arms on it that you loosen, and then you can easily take the scope off if you want to change it on the hunt for a different scope, or you just need to pack it down or whatever. We tested it on the range. We shot our rifle in with the scope and the new SUM, and we put it back on again, and we had hit the coin every time, even though we took the rifle scope off and on. So it is reliable. The thing I thought actually would be impossible is to make an action that is even more smooth than the action of the Sauer 202. The new 404 is smoother than the old 202, and it's something every hunter should try, or at least at once try in a shop or own. This is the perfection of a smooth bolt. Something new here as well, the bolt head can be replaced, so you can easily replace the bolt head. That means if you want to make sure nobody uses your rifle, if it's somewhere, you place it somewhere, just take the bolt head with you. Or if you have to change the bolt head that locks with 6 knocking heads inside of the barrel. You just change from medium caliber to big caliber. In the forend sling swivel of the rifle, Sauer has placed a universal key. With this key you easily can take the rifle apart. By loosening the bolt in the bottom of the front shaft, you can easily loosen it and take the front shaft out. After that, you loosen 3 bolts on the bottom at the barrel and take the safety arm down in 90 degrees to take the barrel out. The trigger. The trigger offers you now the new opportunity that you can move your trigger actually by loosening this little tiny bolt in the middle of the trigger. So you can move your trigger 8 millimeters forwards and backwards. 8 millimeters is about 0.3 inches. And after that you can adjust your trigger sidewards in 5 degrees to each side as well, depending on how you want your trigger to be placed. That's a very nice feature, especially for people who are as tall as I am, who normally have the problem that the distance between your shaft and your trigger is too short. So now you can adjust your trigger forward to get the right placement of your trigger. I think that's a very, very, very nice feature actually. Beside that, the new Sauer Quattro trigger offers you the opportunity to adjust the pull weight of your trigger on your own. It's quite easy by taking your universal tool system from the Sauer and adjusting it from 550 grams in position 1 to 750 to 1000 or 1250 grams. So you can easily adjust the weight of your trigger pull by using your universal tool again. A lot of people have always complained about the magazine on the 202, as you easily can lose your magazine if you touch the bottom, and you'll lose your magazine on the field and you're out of ammo. Actually, the mag lock system from the 202 that has been something you can add to your rifle additionally, and has been mounted on most of the African guns they have produced as a standard thing, has now become standard on the 404. The magazine, everything looks the same, similar to the 202, but now you can take the bottom and push it slightly forward, and in this position the magazine is safe. So you can't just detach your magazine anymore. You have to push the bottom backwards again to push the bottom in again to make the magazine come out of the rifle. Nothing new in it, but it has become standard on the 404. One thing is taking a look at the new rifle and being impressed by the new rifles by pictures or having it in hand, but we wanted to try out this rifle on the shooting field. So we mounted a Schmidt & Bender 2.5 to 13 by 56 Stratos and went to the shooting range in Denmark called Vingsted. This is a very nice shooting center, and we considered doing the shooting with some different kind of ammunition. So we took several types of ammunition with us to test the rifle and to see what is it actually capable of doing on the shooting range. We were shooting the Sauer laying from a bench at 100 yards. To get the most equal or same type of companionship on the rifle, we shot 3 shots and waited for 10 minutes after each series of shoot, so we could compare the different types of ammunition to each other. Many people always complain about one type of ammunition and others love it, but please, please, please do me one favor out there. If you have a new rifle, test some different types of ammunition for your rifle, because no ammunition shoots the same way from different type of rifle, and I had some ammunition that works perfectly in one rifle that doesn't work in one of my other rifles. So please don't judge just by hearings of other people. Test one type of ammunition in your rifle. We started our little test series with a Norma, with a Jagd match, the hunting match ammunition which is a solid bullet at 100 yards, and got 3 shots at 30.5 millimeters. Pretty good. I was pretty satisfied about that one. After that, we tested Cellier and Belliot in 150 grains and ended up having 3 shots at 35.3 millimeters. Next one was Remington Corlock. The Corlock didn't do quite as well as the other ones, as we had 3 shots within 62.6 millimeters. The absolutely winner today was Hornady's American Whitetail. Michael Malmgren managed to get 3 shots within 12 millimeters at 100 yards. Very, very, very impressive. So, at the end of the day, this is all about one thing. Getting the right equipment, getting everything stuck together, finding the right ammunition that suits your rifle. But please remember, as my friend Oscar once told me, good equipment doesn't compensate for training. So go out there and train and train and train. Otherwise, you can have the best rifle in the world and you will never become a good shooter. So it's all about the training out there. So, all in all, I'm very impressed by the new Sauer 404. I suspected it to be a facelift version of the old 202, which in somehow it is, but a facelift in a total new level. The trigger is new, the shaft is new, the mounting system is new. The thing I liked the most was actually the opportunity of adjusting your trigger. I think it's very nice done and easy to handle. Beside that, the safety, I like it very much. For me, it's easy to handle. But if we have to see at the dark side of the coin as well, there might be people out there for who it's pretty hard to cock the rifle now, as it's a manual system which you have to push pretty hard. Nothing different than from Sauer or the Sauer 303 or from the Blaser system we know so well. So it is harder for young people out there, older people, sick people who have bad fingers or whatever. If it's cold, it becomes harder to cock your rifle. Besides that, I'm quite sure that the Sauer 404 will be to find in my home for the future. It's all about having something other people don't have, having new toys, and that's what we love so much, new toys, and that's exactly what the new Sauer is. It's reliable as ever, it's even smoother than the older one, and it's just a new toy, and I need it. If you like the show, if you like what you've seen here today, please subscribe to our channel. Send me your questions on max@maxhunt.eu and let us know what you would like to hear about, what you would like us to test, or just give us your feedback. Stay tuned, subscribe on our homepage, and enjoy the show.